Okay, so hello guys and welcome to another stream. And today I made a promise. Well, in 2021 I made a promise that if Thousand Year Door comes to the Switch in any capacity, including a remaster, port, or remake, then I have to play through Sticker Star. And to put it into perspective, I gave up on World 2. So yeah, I have to finish the game now, but the one good thing is that I can use this really good texture pack that was made that kind of makes the visuals more like the older Paper Mario games. So at least I get to check out this cool texture pack, but yeah, I have to suffer through Sticker Star. But yeah.
If you ignore it, then it's amazing.
I'm gonna erase this.
Well, at least you during your torture stream.
I have to.
You don't look at the screen, you know, it's amazing as well. You know, it could be anything you want it to be.
So
It's like the Thousand Year Door if you just imagine it.
Exactly. You just gotta add the partners in, you know, in your mind.
Yeah, it's like, if you imagine it being like Thousand Year Door, it's amazing!
Exactly.
Also, how does the audio sound? The Sticker Fest is a celebration of stickers that takes the place every once. Wait. On this special night, a sticker comet falls from far beyond the sky.
Yeah, really a step up. From
Everyone
the
concentrates
and
wishes.
Ancient Door.
Yeah,
And now we're just having a festival for stickers.
You know, it may have the depth of the new Super Mario Bros. But, you know, it's.
Let's see how good the story is in this game. Let's see how good it is here.
Oh man, you're starting it now?
Oh!
I usually just stay on the title screen for a little bit, especially in this case.
Let's see. I wanted to watch this amazing opening cutscene here.
I like how it starts similar to Thousand Year Door. It'd been funny if they showed that at the beginning of the direct and then at the end they show like the book,
there's
right?
Bowser, he's doing something bad! What is he gonna do this time? Is he gonna do something? Well,
I really like the character variety.
Exactly, you got classics such as Toad.
Whoa, Bowser did something bad! That was so unexpected! Whoa, that was so... that was so weird and unique for Paper Mario! Look at all those worlds! It looks so unique for Paper Mario! You gotta love that desert that totally wasn't in the other games, as well as the the grassland. This is the first time we're seeing that. Because this is as unique as Thousand Year Door.
It's not that bad if you know what you're getting into. What she didn't say is, if you know what you're getting into, it's not as bad. It's worse. You know, I gotta replay this game sometime. Although, I think it'd be more interesting to replay Color Splash, considering, for one, I can get footage from that much easier, and two, it is a little more obscure, in the sense that it was the last first-party Wii U game. Unless you count Breath of the Wild. But, you know, Color Splash at least had a few more redeeming aspects, although I wouldn't say it was good.
Although the funny thing is, Paper Mario 2000 Year Door on Switch might be the last first-party game if Metroid Prime doesn't happen.
I think there's a I feel like it's probably going to release before Dark Moon does, because I think it's probably going to be like a spring title.
I noticed that it's rated already.
Yeah.
It already has an E rating, which I'm surprised that it has.
It looks more finished than the Dark Moon remake. So the Dark Moon remaster. Actually, I noticed.
No, Luigi's Mansion 2.
Oh yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2. I just noticed that
that was a good name change, though. To be honest.
Yeah, it makes more sense. As like,
because then people will know what it's actually, because I feel like Dark Moon, people are like, is this a new game? Is it the second? People won't know, right? So I think doing it as 2, people will know what it is.
They could have called Luigi's Mansion 3.
What is wrong with you? You gotta love that's your first impression of Kirsty. You gotta love that. She's already pissed at you.
She's not very nice. Hot take, I think that Color Splash's battle system is worse than Sticker Star.
I actually
I wouldn't
agree.
say that.
You know, I actually
I
agree.
think we both agree with that.
The only reason why I agree with that is because it's incredibly slow to choose the attacks, and it just takes way too long. With Sticker Star, at least it can be done quickly. So
Yeah, that's.
And the thing is, you
The
can
thing
actually
is, maybe
skip.
battles are pointless, but they click.
And the thing is, with Sticker Star, at least you can skip battles pretty easily. I mean, it wasn't intended that way, because it's basically kind of a thing where you actually don't lose any, like, you could just completely skip the enemies, and they'll completely, like, disappear from the map in this game, which is just really weird, and it's really convenient if you just want to, like, just blast through this game and save stickers. Like, battling really isn't necessary here, unless, like, for a few cases, but,
Yeah, it's so strange. It's like, what even is the point of the game if the battles are not important, right? It's like, then it just becomes
It's a
a
very
platform.
poorly designed game.
yeah.
And if it was just a platform, the battles could just be real time.
Also, can you read some of the chat since I'm kind of paying attention to the game here?
Yeah. It's like, it's fine with
Yeah.
a story. Do we really need one? It's like,
This is like
No, it's
if
not.
there was a window into prison and you could just watch inside. It's bad, but maybe not that bad.
Oh, I like how this texture
Actually-
pack. I like how this texture pack and mod has some sound effects in music from Thousand Year Door, as well as the other older Paper Mario games. So at least I get to hear some reminisce on some good sounds from the older Paper Mario games while playing this dumpster bin game here.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on Kirsty?
Oh.
I don't hate her as much as
Kirsty.
everyone else, but I would say she's a good character.
I would say hating Kirsty would be an understatement, honestly, for me. You know, one character, I actually do dislike one of the characters in Thousand Year Door, even though Thousand Year Door is, like, my favorite game of all time.
It's Miss Meows.
No, I actually like Miss
Or the
Mouse. The one is,
I like her too.
the one I don't like is Flurry. I just think she's kind of weird.
Oh, I was gonna say, it better not be Flurry.
No, she's not. I just don't like using her in battle, like with her moveset and everything. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, I
What
guess some
enemy
people
is she
like it,
based on?
but you know, one
'Cause I know
character,
the other-
but one character in Thousand Year Door that I do love, that's actually my favorite video game character of all time. I want you to take a guess.
Vivian.
Yep.
Vivian's a really cool character. Actually, all the characters, for the most part, are.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
like,
Vivian is just
Bobbery
really
and-
cool in general, like, just both in battle, like, with her moveset, as well as her design is really cool as well. Like, Vivian has always been, like, ever since I first played through the game, she's always been, like, one of my favorite characters.
Paper Mario Sticker Star is a video game, alright. It is, technically. Is it because, or is, I don't even know if I can read this.
Zach says my
the
favorite
thing about
Mario
Flurry.
character is Mario. I mean, no, it's Wario. Exactly, Wario is such a great character. You know, WarioWare is coming up later this year, so
Yeah, and you know, even though,
that.
I wanted to give a little bit of my thoughts on WarioWare Move It. I think the game looks great, or excellent! But my one nitpick that I do have with it is Wario's voice. That's gonna take some getting used to for me.
Yeah.
But the other thing about that, in terms of voices, I really like that it actually has full voice acting this time, like WarioWare Gold. I actually think that is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Because in that game, he was like, "Wah, wah."
Yeah,
was it.
that was Get It Together, yeah.
I will say that Nintendo this year has been perhaps too good. There's not
Yeah.
really much to criticize about this year.
And you know, next year also looks great as well. Like, even though there's going to be a lot of remakes, they're like remakes of some of the best games in their respective series. Like Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I think that's a really good game. and I really hope it has a level builder since it's kind of similar.
Yeah.
So it's
That
actually
would be so cool.
Because I checked out the original, and actually, like, the original has a lot more of a sort of blocky look, where there's a lot of these like standard green blocks everywhere, where the new one has like more of like a dirt texture and stuff. Yeah, like it just makes everything look a lot more like realistic, whereas in the original everything kind of looked like toys.
yeah.
Where it
I
used to
mean, the
like
original, they tried to go for something kind of realistic, but nowadays it just doesn't hold up that well. But this game, I think just the graphics alone make it feel like a new game. I feel like remakes, if they're done really well, they can almost be on par with the excitement of a new game. Although I will say this, I know this might be a hot take. I think that the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake is more impressive than Thousand Year Door, although both are very nice.
Um.
Nintendo has been listening to fans.
Yeah. But yeah, like next year, like, just like in even though it's like mostly remakes, I'm still really excited and everything.
yeah,
And then
there's so much
also,
stuff.
yeah, and then there's also the Peach game as well, which looks really good.
Are you gonna get it?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna check it out. It
yeah,
looks
because
pretty
I think it
cool.
looks pretty unique and pretty
I
creative.
want to see what they do with it, because I think that it's a new thing, right? Nintendo doesn't
Yeah.
do like that. I feel like Nintendo making something like that. The last time they probably did something with the Mario character was Captain Toad, right?
I think that was the last time.
Game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Let me
might
see
have been.
something like that. But the best part about being an adult is with Princess Peach Showtime, you won't have, or when you're a kid, you usually ask for games for your birthday or Christmas. And with Super Princess Peach on the DS, there was always the embarrassment where, like, do we want to ask for this game? I'm going to get so many questions about it. But now,
Yeah,
all right, I'll be there day one.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm hyped for Princess Peach Showtime.
yeah, and it's
in the entire like chat during that game, or like I saw people were saying Balan Wonderworld, and that's what I thought.
oh yeah,
too,
the
and I
one
saw
that one
character, I'm
the
just
one
like-
villain, yeah.
I'm like, no.
But I think the game looks great. You know the NPCs in the game, like those characters, they kind of
Oh, very
remind
neat.
me of Yoshi's Island a little bit with their design. Like they
Yeah.
look like something out of Yoshi's Island.
Did you ever play Super Princess Peach?
I actually haven't. And you know, I was actually
That game,
I
The-
played it a little bit. It's actually pretty fun. It's a lot more of a Mario platformer. I mean, I guess who would have guessed, but I guess it's more of a Mario game than I thought it would be. Of like the way it kind
yeah,
of
I was
works.
gonna say, it's pretty much a role reversal Mario game where Mario, Luigi, and the Toads get kidnapped, and Peach needs to save them. It's really cool, but I think for this game, I think it's cool that they're really going in a new direction where they're giving Peach more character and kind of building a series for her. Let's say maybe there's a
Oh
sequel to-
wait, hold on. I know Thoughtful the Great said something about Toadsworth. But speaking of Toadsworth, Toadsworth is actually on the screen right now in the sticker star thing. He wasn't in the original version of it, but obviously, but in this texture pack he is, which is pretty cool.
What happened to Toadsworth?
I mean, I know he's at least going to be in the Thousand Year Door remake, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so weird. He was supposed to be in the Mario movie, but was scrapped from that for some
Nintendo
reason.
hates the elderly. Yeah, Super Princess Peach is an amazing game. There is one thing when I was reviewing it last year, someone brought up, I can't believe you didn't bring up the concerns of the game being sexist because Peach uses her emotions to fight. And I'm like, no, that's stupid. It's not that deep. It's just a unique thing for the game. That was during that time where it was just, you had all kinds of videos about games apparently being sexist and stuff. And Miss
Yeah.
Pac-Man was apparently too. But it's a great game. And I know this isn't a sequel to it, but it's exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, from what I played of it, it was actually pretty fun. I actually want to continue to play it. It was pretty cool that they're doing something Princess Peach. And another game I'm very excited for a remake, just because I find it actually really, really just surprised that they're doing is another code, because it seems like a full remake of both games and not just a
Yeah, and wasn't like
simple
one of
thing.
them like Japanese exclusive?
It was Europe and Japanese exclusive, yeah. So that it's basically translated and everything already. So, but these are like they're full complete remakes from the ground up. So it's not just like they took the Wii game and then they made like a new game for the DS one. They're full like brand new, and it's really cool. And they look way more like they've kind of opened them up a bit more to be a more sort of action adventure where you kind of like walk through everything, which I really like. I think that's cool. So I might check them out actually, just to kind of. I think it's cool that
Oh no!
Nintendo doing.
Look what happened to Toadsworth.
Like that.
Toadsworth died.
Oh no!
He just got like.
Burrito dialogue.
Yeah, he got completely just like destroyed by Decalberg being laid out here.
Let's see.
It's funny.
And
Cole said, "I hope Reese to meet your Anthem Retro. I think Paper Mario with 4 party members in battle would feel more like a traditional RPG, like Super Mario RPG, for example, because I want to get into the game."
I don't think it needs to feel like a traditional RPG. That's what makes it a Mario RPG. It's fun that it does different things.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how all the Mario RPG series are just different from each other.
Yeah.
My friend who's into Mario and Luigi a lot more, he said he's interested in playing the Thousand Year Door because it reminds him of Mario and Luigi.
Oh yeah, there actually are like some like a lot of like references and some kind. And you know, in this remake, they actually are doing something that the Mario and Luigi series did, which is kind of having different characters have different like sounds for the text boxes,
Yeah.
which I think is really cool.
That's cool.
And this actually
really
was
putting
an
a lot of work into
this
it.
actually was a feature in Origami King that they started doing in Paper Mario. So it's really cool to see that they're doing it in Thousand Year Door now.
Yeah, I really
That's
like
cool.
how they've added stuff like the backs of characters now turn.
Yeah.
Like the partners, because I forgot, but yeah, there was no, because it was kind of weird. I remember when I played it not too long ago. I remember I played it again, and I was pretty confused. Like, oh, why is it like that, right? So I'm glad that they're actually changing stuff, because you know they had like a new Toad as well. Like, they're going back and they're making adjustments to make the game just better, which is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, Thousand Year Door is aged very well, but yeah, the graphics really, that's the main thing the game would need upgraded, and this game's doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to read the chat a little bit here. So Reese, who's your favorite Breaking Bad character? I'd have to say, I would have to say either between Walter White, Mike, otherwise known as Finger, kid named Finger, or Saul / Jimmy.
Sticker Star and Hotel Mario will happen. Those are going to be very special retrospectives. Did you see my idea for a game starring Toadsworth? Did you see Fopple's idea for it? I did not see it. Did you?
But is it
Oh no, I didn't see the chat.
Toadsworth, like maybe it's like Toadsworth, like Fire Emblem sort of game where it's like Toadsworth the Tactics or something.
I hope Bowser's the next one that gets his own game.
Yeah, it is Bowser's Fury, but it doesn't have Bowser as the main character. So, but it's cool to see Nintendo actually really trying different things.
Yeah, I would say this is the most creative Mario's been since the GameCube.
Oh yeah, I absolutely agree. Yeah,
And
it's
the
really.
mandates are gone!
And you know, the thing is with the Thousand Year Door remake, it's like the one thing that people thought weren't going to happen. That was the one deciding factor, I feel. I mean, not necessarily the deciding factor, but I feel like it was the one thing that some people felt that was kind of separating, like, this, like, the modern era of Mario to not being as unique as the older era of Mario, because, I mean, a lot of people thought they would never remake Thousand Year Door. They would never go as far as to do that. They would never be that creative, but they are. They are that creative now. They are willing to go beyond like the basic usual thing for Mario. They are able to do that now, which is great. And it's just like there's some. Wait, what?
I was gonna say I need to use the Root sewers, so I'll be right back. Do or however the song goes. All right.
But yeah, it's just like it's like the one thing, the singular thing that like we didn't think was gonna happen. It actually happened.
And it was crazy because Mario RPG happened. That's what I didn't think. Because I remember we were talking a while ago about it, like if it could happen. Remember? And I remember you said like, kind of the reason. Like I was thinking, oh, it could happen. You know, it's a possibility. But I was thinking that if RPGs around the corner, would they really want like 2 Mario RPGs getting remade? But
yeah, I was thinking it would just be like a port. Like maybe the port would promote Super Mario RPG and everything.
But I guess it's also like it makes sense because what else was Intelligent Systems really working on? Like I feel like Paper Mario in its current form after Origami King, what else could they really do? Because they'd have to come up with a new gimmick of paper, and you know it felt like that game sort of used up a lot of their creative ideas under sort of their limitations. So that's why I always felt that Paper Mario getting a remake or the first one or Thousand Year Door would make a lot of sense because they had to be working on something, and when you look at the time frame, 2024 matches up exactly. So that's also another thing. It would make sense for 2024 to have a Paper Mario game. So I guess really when you look at that, it lines up. It's just it is pretty crazy. I think that did happen at all. They could have been like, hey, we're gonna make Color Splash Deluxe. If they really wanted to, they could have done that, but they're actually listening to us, which is pretty neat. A few years ago, it would have been hard to say if they're listening, but I think even with Mario Kart DLC, I think they were listening.
Yeah. And also, I wanted to read a couple chats here. So, Toadsworth got on the wrong blimp from Pillow Island, and now he has to find his way back to the Mushroom Kingdom, where he misses a decade of Mario games. That's that's a really interesting idea. It's almost like kind of like an idea of like Kammy Koopa during the events of Super Paper Mario. It's almost kind of like that, but yeah, that's a really good idea. They're quite literally going back to the 2000s era of Mario. Yeah, with Thousand Year Door and Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Yeah, I would have expected them to remake 64. Yeah, I fully expected them to remake that game if they were going to do a remake of any Paper Mario game. So
I guess the reason I thought that would be kind of weird for them to do that because Origami King takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom. It takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom as well, and it's a similar story, Yeah. Like the castle gets. So, but I mean, I feel like this is just the better route because at least that game is already available on Switch.
Reese, what is is this your least favorite Mario game? Probably, but either this, Mario Party: The Top 100, or Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Between those 3 games, yeah, this is probably like close to the worst.
So yeah, those last 2 directs were the greatest. We're living in the golden era of Mario again, and it's absolutely insane. Yeah, I mean, those last 2 directs were better than a lot of the ones in 2019. It's pretty crazy.
I just realized, I need to use the scissors for this.
So, and yeah, the 35th anniversary just becomes funnier in retrospect.
Yeah,
this year is actually better than, that. And at least you don't have, Thousand Year Door limited time or something. I'm glad that we're past that. Wonder looks great. We're getting so much really cool stuff. And, we had kind of a Mario drought in 2022, even towards the end of 2021 as well. I mean, there was Mario Party there, but we're getting so much.
Yeah.
Which is really exciting.
I'm back. I could hear a little bit of what you were saying, Anton, and that's a really good point you brought up. Because Yeah, I was thinking about it because they closed the direct with, okay, someone asked me a question, so I'm going to answer this. Tell Dimitri if he saw, yes, I saw the Toy Story 4 Robot Chicken skit. My dad pooped. He pooped. It was better than the real Toy Story 4, but you know, this is the question I have for you guys. So, considering that Mario closed the direct with Wonder in June, and this Thousand Year Door closed it in September, do you think there's been too many Mario games, or do you think we're overdue? Because I was thinking about, well, maybe we closed with Zelda, but I'm thinking to myself, no.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what?
I mean,
I'll give my thought on it here. I feel like we were definitely needing these Mario games
we were lacking.
between between 20 even 2020, between 2020 and not up to now, there really weren't too many games. Like there were but in the 35th anniversary was mostly just ports and things. And then, Origami King was really the only, fully new full Mario game in 2020, not counting, Live Home Circuit and things.
And people are always going to say, oh, there's too much of this or too much of that. People are like, there's too much Xenoblade, there's too much Kirby, there's too much Pikmin,
But yeah, 2020, we didn't have much, obviously. 2021... I feel 2021, that was Mario Golf and Mario Party, and then 2022 we had Battle League and Sparks of Hope. So, and then they were all kind of spaced out. But they
you just mean we got Sparks of Hope and no other Mario games last year?
Oh yeah, we got Sparks of Hope in a tech demo. But yeah,
not even.
It seemed like we were not really getting that much. All these games are spaced out quite a lot. And, sometimes, a lot of the games were lackluster. Especially the sports games. As much as I liked Mario Golf, it was still kind of disappointing and lackluster. Just all of the Mario sports games, to some degree, were just not, full games. Regardless of how fun I found golf.
Yeah, golf is definitely better than Strikers by a significant amount, but it's still not great.
Yeah, it's
Aces
still...
that one was okay.
You know, I would say both Aces in golf, even though they do have their good qualities, they still don't feel like full games, honestly. Just because they still feel very limited.
Or at least they should have been cheaper. If they set it at a cheaper price point, just like how WarioWare Get It Together and... Mario vs. Donkey Kong, I think that price point would have been a good idea. Or even Metroid Prime Remastered. I mean, I doubt they would go that low for a Mario game, but I think they could have gone a bit lower, since those games are actually...
Yeah.
I see them discounted, the sports games, a lot of the time, at a lower price point anyway, so...
Yeah, I think we were long overdue, so I think it's fine that we're getting a bunch of Mario games. And the thing with the Mario series is that it's not limited to just the platformers, and it's not one genre. There's so many different series, even though it has the same character. It's okay to have a lot of Mario games, considering how different the games are.
Exactly.
And also because I love the series. But...
And I just think it's about time that we had so many Mario stuff. And I mean, eventually you're probably gonna have a new 3D Mario platformer.
Oh yeah, I definitely see one happening, probably with the launch of whatever console comes next.
Probably a Mario Kart. I mean, they're finishing the DLC now, so which is great DLC. Literally, they listened to us. I thought they were just gonna do when I saw the direct, I was like, oh okay, it's gonna be Diddy Kong, Funky Kong. I was like, fine, those are good choices to end it off. But then they showed Pauline, and then they showed Peachette, and I was just like, Peachette, what are you doing here?
Honestly...
I think Peachette's a really funny way to end it off.
Yeah, I'm not upset, or, I know some people are kind of mad about Peachette, obviously. I know some people are understandably mad about Peachette, but honestly, I think it's kind of funny. I think it's funny to have Peachette, because,
a lot of people are just like, Peachette who?
Because Peachette isn't straight up a, Peachette isn't a straight up clone character, because technically she's like some weird thing. Like, she's technically Toadette, but looks like Peach. I think that's just weird enough that warrant its own place on the roster. Even though, like, I mean, it wouldn't have been good if it was, like, one of the 6. But since it is an extra, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all, since it's an extra.
I thought.
I mean, I don't mind it because it's funny.
Yeah, I thought it
would have been really cool.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny.
Like, oh, here's more characters. Imagine.
Who knows? Even if they don't do more DLC tracks, they can do more characters.
Yeah. You know, there's a possibility that they fill out that new second column.
Yeah, because, like, where do they put all the characters? Like, you know, how... I mean, I guess it would be even, right? But they'd have to change it up. So, I don't know. I mean, I would like to think these are the final characters because of the key art released. But I don't know.
They did some key art, or what happened?
Yeah, there was some key art that showed Funky Kong, and then, like, all the characters together, I think. I'll try to find it.
Was it the thumbnail, or completely different?
They did, like, I think one for each character. And then one with all the characters together. And it actually was really funny, because Luigi did not look happy.
Someone said, remember Bowsette? I don't want to remember.
Oh no, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Also,
flashback.
Speaking of New Super Mario Bros. U, Nabbit should have been the 4th. Yeah, actually, you know what? Nabbit really should have been in the... Like, that... even though Peach Head is funny, Nabbit really would have been a better choice. Especially due to the fact that he's being added to Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
It's interesting that Nabbit isn't a one-off character and they're actually embracing him. That's cool.
Yeah.
As Shatha was, the only interesting thing about New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Yeah. Really interesting that they introduced a new Mario character in that game. Maybe that's really the only really new thing.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Mario Wonder. But yeah, Wonder has a lot new going for it. I can't say the same about New Super Mario Bros. U. Funny, because that has new in the title.
Yeah. Yeah, Mario Wonder is more new. And it's gonna be really good. I'm really excited to play that game. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, so the key art is it has all the characters. So I'm guessing that'll be all of them. Maybe they could add more carts. That would have been a nice thing to see for the DLC. But again, a lot of this stuff feels like a lot of this stuff feels very last minute though.
Oh, that's the thumbnail.
Yeah, and that's kind of like key art as well. I saw it somewhere else. I can't find where I seen it without the thumbnail parts on it. But considering that they did the exact same thing for Wave 5 with a key art similar.
Okay, I finished the first.
Anymore.
I finished the first level. I barely touched any of the normal enemies, which is pretty funny because they're.
That's the key up there for the last one.
Yeah, it's pretty funny how you can basically skip all of the normal enemies in this game. Like there's basically no point. There's no point in battling here.
Not a well-designed game.
Like, at least in Origami King, like, at least it gives you the coins, and the coins are really useful in that game. But, like, here, you can get, like, I feel like you can get, like, with the amount of things and, coins and stuff you can get in the overworld, it's just, like, way more than you can in Origami King. Even though you can get a lot there, I mean, it's, like, even more of the case here, where you can...
Yeah.
Someone's saying, am I gonna sell New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe or keep it for the challenge mode? I don't often sell games. Usually if I have duplicates or something, I sell them. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to selling it, but I don't think I'm going to, because I'm probably going to need to get footage from it every now and then. I didn't sell Switch Sports and Strikers and Pokemon either, although the only reason I haven't sold Pokemon is because I have 2 shinies. I'm assuming they can go in a Pokemon Bank now, but I don't know. I know I'm
Yeah.
never gonna play Scarlet and Violet again.
Yeah, I'm glad I
I'd
sold that
like
game.
to finish it though. I'm hoping to finish it, but I probably won't really play it too much. I mean, overall, I do wonder if the next console, you know, if it's backwards compatible, which it probably will be, if those games will run any better. I like to think so though.
I think the main problem is the game itself, not the hardware. But I get where you're coming from.
Like I wonder if, you know, the game is probably very poorly optimized, right? But you know, with a bit more power, I do wonder if it would be able to run a bit better, which is another thing I'm worried. And this is the thing even with the PS5 is that sometimes developers will just be a little lazy to be like, oh, we don't need to do any optimization at all. So just dump the game on the console. It'll work perfectly fine. If there's like a minor issue,
And also,
it's
like,
okay.
a lot of PC games nowadays are like that, as well as, like,
Yeah.
PC ports. I've just noticed a lot of games are, like, very poorly optimized.
They don't optimize them because it's I guess expensive or it'll cost money
What
and
was that?
time, which they just don't want to
There's,
put
like-
into it.
There was that one game that was, like, very poorly optimized that came out, like, earlier this year. I think it was, like,
There was that Star Wars.
Or it was,
one.
like, there was, like,
And
Redfall.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there was that Star Wars Survivor, I think it was, and Redfall. Both of those games ran pretty poorly. Yeah, and I just don't understand. Like, I guess they just don't want to put time because they will just run. But I think, you know, making the game more accessible by optimizing it is just a good thing.
Yeah.
Again, like look at back in the GameCube, those games had to be optimized. There was nothing around it, right? I mean, they had to do it. They had to put the money, or else the game wouldn't work. So you
Yeah.
know, I just think it's so funny how you'd think with better hardware and the more tools and more stuff we have now than, you know, back then where they had to do a lot of compression and stuff like that, we'd have games that look and run even better. But
I think Game Freak's just incompetent. Go back to making good games like Mario and Wario.
Oh, I just
So
noticed
Violet
something.
ain't cutting it.
I just noticed something here. In this texture pack, it replaces this Toad with an or a Crazy Daisy, regular Crazy Daisy. It's actually like a Crazy Daisy NPC here, which is pretty cool.
yeah,
I don't know why I said a Mazy Daisy. That's like the
Although-
rare version of it.
Although next year, imagine if they're like, oh, we're gonna. I could see this right now happening where black and white remakes are shown and they look exactly like Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
I fully expect that. I fully expect
Me
them
too.
to do that.
Like, what else will like this year? They didn't have a main thing because they had the DLC. But like, think about this kind of lines exactly what they did with 2020 and then 2021, where they announced the remake and then they announced the Legends, and they could even be like, oh, we're making another Legends game.
Oh, here's a good
What was the
question.
point of Legends?
Oh, here's a good
Which
question.
I mean, actually, I wouldn't mind generally because I like Legends. It was fun.
Yeah, but
It's more like a collectathon type of game.
So someone said, are you using an emulator or a 3DS capture card? An emulator, since I'm using this, I'm doing, like, the texture pack here. So, yeah, this is on Citra. And then also,
You know,
someone said, Reese, what's your childhood game? I would say New Super Mario Bros. DS, and as well as Super Mario 64 DS and Mario Kart Wii. I would say those are probably my favorite childhood games. I don't know why I paid them. I should have battled them, but anyways.
What do you
That's
guys
unique
think of-
Toad. That's
Actually,
pretty
I don't
cool.
feel like battling just to save a Toad, so it's not
But
worth
they're
it.
unique though.
Well, actually, that one
What do you
is
guys
unique
think of
technically,
099 if you played
but just
it?
in the texture pack.
Yeah.
Someone said that Toad is kind of bad though.
Reese, have you played F-099?
Yes, I played a little bit of it, and I think it's kind of fun. Yeah,
I think it's actually really fun. Like, I mean, I'm not really good at it, to be honest, but from what I played, it's, I think, a solid addition to NSO stuff. I mean, it's almost kind of one of those things like, why not do it? I mean, it is definitely, you know, strange of a timeline, but you know what? I think it's fun, and I'm really hoping that, you know, maybe they
Yeah, I'm
add more
fun
content
now.
to it. So
I think it's
it'll
pretty
stick
fun.
around. So yeah, I'm hoping it will stick around. Let's hope so. I mean, I guess Pac-Man was technically Bandai Namco. That was sort of trying to keep that afloat. And then Mario 35 was just kind of strange.
That wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, maybe I think the reason they got rid of it because it had 35 and it wasn't 99.
This is
Which
like
is
the
dumb.
this is like the second Goomba mini boss. Why are there so many Goomba? Like they're just. It just kind of goes to show like how boring and generic this game is when they have multiple Goomba mini bosses here, like or unavoidable battles.
Yeah, quite the variety.
Honestly, at this point though, I could see. I think since Thousand Year Door is kind of a crazy idea in general of getting a remake, I could see Mother 3 getting a remake. To be honest, at this point.
Yeah, and for a
What-
while, some people. I remember talking to some people online. They actually said that like they thought Mother 3 being translated was actually more likely than a Thousand Year Door remake to happen.
You know, I'd say that's actually that I would keep an eye on as happening as a remake. I don't think the original will be translated, but I
Yeah.
could see some studio like Grezzo or something taking that game and remaking it, because the fact is that with another code as well, that game was made by Sing, which no longer exists. So they could take franchises from studios that no longer exist either, or you know, maybe don't make games anymore and do something with them. So Chibi Robo, I think, has a chance of getting a remake of the first one. I could see that happening. I mean, if another code can get 2 full remakes, then why can't Chibi Robo? Or,
Yeah.
you know, or Mother 3. I just wonder what they call it, but...
You know, and
I could see it happening. I don't know if it happened anytime soon, but I would say it's not completely impossible at this point.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is, I think, like, the past few years for Nintendo here kind of proved that no series is truly dead, honestly. I feel like, no series is truly dead from its roots, as well, as we've seen with Mario Party, 3D Mario, and Paper Mario now. So...
Yeah, honestly, I think nothing's off the table. This one was so bizarre and such a left field thing that I could see them doing a Chibi Robo remake of the first game. I could see them doing Mother 3 as a full remake. I think anything's possible. I mean, literally, Nintendo has so many games that they can remake, and, you know, it's not like the Switch is the last console.
Yeah.
We're gonna see even more stuff in the future, so... You know, there's such a large catalog of games that they could take, so... Yeah, you know what, honestly, at this point, I could see anything happening.
Oh, also, can you read the chat a little bit, since I've been kind of paying attention
Yeah.
to the game here?
See, no series is truly dead, Starfy. Maybe.
Yeah,
I
you
mean-
know, I think that's... And Rhythm Heaven, too, that's another one.
Wait, I think, who made that series? I think it was...
I forgot who made Starfy.
Well, I want like a Tomodachi Life as well, and I also want a Rhythm Heaven. Those are 2 series I'd like to see return. Oh yeah, Toze made Starfy. Okay.
Wait,
they've made a lot of
did
games.
that Toad say uncanny? Din 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 din. You know what I'm referencing?
Referencing.
You know the
No.
Mr. Incredible becomes uncanny?
I actually haven't seen The Incredibles in a very long time.
But it's like
I know the meme. Yeah, you're talking.
yeah, I actually
about.
made a Paper Mario version of it. Like where
Just like if Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake had just toads and had like a weird puzzle game slide mechanic instead of like thousand the thousand.
no, it would be
system.
slamming the door on enemies. That would be the battle system.
Yeah.
Have
Or
you?
I could just imagine it like being like a crossword puzzle that you have to solve, or it'd be like one of those sliding puzzles where you have to move like the squares around, something like that, and it, you know. It'd be something, or it'd be just Hotel Mario. They just add that into like the battle system,
Yeah.
so you can like hit the doors and stuff.
Yeah.
It's, like, done, easy. You guys wanted the 1,000-year door.
It's like a big gimmick.
Mm-hmm. that'd be an interesting timeline as well. But I mean, yeah, I think nothing's off the table. I think there's so much that they can do. You know, I mean, they brought Advance Wars back, and even though that had some weird timing with its release, you know, they brought that back. They made a new 2D Metroid. That's not a remake. You know, just kind of looking back, there's so many surprises that they've done that, you know, I'm hoping that they'll continue to, you know, just pick from franchises that haven't had something for a while.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring back Tomodachi Life, but it's gonna have sports mates.
Yeah, you know what? One game there's another game I'd like to be remade. Like, actually, I think most of the games that are my favorites have gotten a remake. Like Xenoblade's got a remake, even though I played that for the first time with the remake. But Thousand Year Door now a remake, and Galaxy has a really good port on the Switch. But the last game, which I don't think will ever actually, it's not impossible, but like I said, but I just don't know if they would do it. Is Wii Sports Resort? That's one game I'd really like to see them do a remake of. But I'm not sure if it's something that they would do, because it has Wii in the title, but I mean, nothing's impossible, but that's a game I'd like to see one day, maybe get a remake or a remaster or something, because it's really fun, so. And better than Nintendo Switch Sports, like.
Anything is, except for Pokemon.
Yeah.
This is literally the same exact joke that they made in the first level. What? What even is this? What even is this game? Like, it's just the Toad running into Mario being like, hey, hey, there's some weird guy over here, and then you have to fight him, and this game is just so boring. It's so boring that it's funny.
Maybe it's so bad that it's funny.
It is. Oh, there's Cammy Koopa, because the remake actually adds Cammy Koopa.
I don't even know what's going on. I'm just kind of hitting stuff everywhere, and
I know she kind of looks weird with the texture pack, but it's cool that they actually put Cammy Koopa over Kamek in this texture pack here. Fun fact, if you hack the game to grab that comet piece before Kamek steals it, then go back into the level, he will already steal the already collected comet piece. That's kind of funny. Oh my god, what a scuffed Cammy. Yeah. Every time I've seen someone attempt to make Cammy in this, it does kind of look weird. It doesn't look like too horrible, because I mean, like, the rest of the sprite doesn't look too bad. Just like the top part of the model there looks kind of like cropped a little bit, but like the body and part of the hat doesn't look that bad. It does look kind of weird, but it's also, they use the Shadow Sirens music here.
Yeah, imagine I think a Tomodachi Life would be amazing. Yeah, and Ferdinand said Tomodachi Life with Miitopia Switch Mii Maker and the ability to decide Mii's. Oh, I guess that. Imagine if they did a Miitopia game. I mean, Tomodachi Life with the Miitopia features. But the worst timeline is if we get a Tomodachi Life game, but it's with the sports mates instead.
I have a question. You'll get one of these long-awaited Nintendo games, but there's a catch. What will you choose? Will it be Tomodachi Life with sports mates and free updates? Will it be a new open-world Donkey Kong that looks beautiful, but Kiddy Kong is the protagonist? Or will it be a new 3D Mario game, but it's as generic as 3D Land?
I would go with the Donkey Kong game starring
I
think
that would be the most interesting.
Because the thing is, I actually like Kiddy Kong. I actually think that would be really cool.
I think so too. I don't know why people hate him. What did he do? What did he do wrong?
Is that the? I know it's in Donkey Kong Land 3 or something.
Donkey Kong Country 3 and Land 3. He's the protagonist of that, along with Dixie Kong.
Yeah.
And people just don't like him for some reason, probably because they're evil. That's my guess. You have to be evil to hate Kiddy Kong.
Yeah.
Oh, he cries. Yeah, he only cries when you lose the level, so that just means you gotta get good. It's
Yeah.
not like Baby Mario.
Skill issue.
Skill issue, Dandori issue.
Maybe Dandori issue.
I swear to
Maybe
God,
do a nice
if
Pokemon.
anyone else makes one more Cody joke, wait, were people making jokes about Super Mario Logan Cody?
I thought we were talking about that Cody.
Well, do you know how like the Super Mario Logan Cody is like a Magic Koopa? I think that's why people were making the
Yeah.
joke. Also, can you read some of the chats here? I just kind of wanted to see.
Yeah, sure. You know, I had a good idea for the next 99 game. Take a guess what it's going to be. You're probably
Kablooey
never guess.
99.
No, that is a really good idea, but no. Guess again, I'll give you 2 more.
I'm trying to think here.
It's a Super Nintendo game.
Okay. I'm gonna, I'm trying to think here. Oh, Yoshi's Cookie 99.
Pretty kind of cool. I'll give you 1 more guess.
Okay,
Kablooey 99.
I already said that.
Wrecking Crew
Jelly Boy
99.
99.
That's the game.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea.
Actually, wait. Yeah, that's the Teleview game. As like 9.
I don't
That would be
think it was a
really
Teleview.
cool.
I think that was like an official game that got a cart. That was the last Super Famicom Mario game, I think.
Wrecking
I'm gonna
Crew
put that game on the Mii U Mini.
Actually,
Lucy, I was telling
maybe
you
it
about that the
wasn't. No,
other day.
I don't think it was the Teleview. I think it was that service where you could put the cart inside and like writes the game, right? I believe
That
that's
is just a
what it was.
Teleview. Disk System also had something similar, but I'll look it up. I'll read some of the
okay.
chat.
It was for the Super. Like I got it wrong. It's not the Teleview. I mixed it up with it's the Super Famicom Nintendo Power Service. Where
Super Mario Kart 99 would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be
Mario
neat
Kart
too.
99
Yeah.
too.
I made
Although
a
That would
joke.
be very cool.
I made a
Jelly Boy 99.
I made a joke
Jelly Boy.
about Paper Mario 20 one time. Back like when it was like the Paper Mario 20th anniversary. And it was just like a
Yeah.
bunch of people like doing like battles in Paper Mario 64. But realistically in 2020, if they were going to do Paper Mario 20, it would have been just like Sticker Star, but like a bunch of people like competing against each other to play that.
Yeah.
Cool. Anton, I was going to tell you that Wrecking Crew 99 or Wrecking Crew 98 does have an official cartridge, but it's one of the very few Super Famicom games that's kind of expensive, because usually Japanese games are dirt cheap. I only have
There's a
one.
box for it, but I know there's a box for the game, but I just knew that it was that service thing. But I guess it does have it. But that game is fun.
Yeah.
It's cool how it has like both the original and then it has the like updated new version on it.
The only Super Famicom game I have is Mario and Wario. I don't know if you've ever played that, but it's pretty
Yeah.
fun. It's like
I
a
played it
precursor
with,
to Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
I got like I remember a D-pad mod for it one time, and I played it like that a bit.
Yeah, I got that one too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool game. I mean, it's definitely kind of weird, but I think
Okay,
that's kind
we're
of the
getting a lot
charm
of
it,
99
right?
games ideas here. Dr. Mario 99, Jumbo Josh
That's a good one,
99,
too.
Mario Paint 99,
Pikmin
Mario
99.
Mario World 99, Kitty. Wait, well, what if we had Kitty Kong 99, and then Mario Bros. Arcade 99, Gourmet Race 99? Give us some more 99 ideas. Zelda 199.
Yeah, I think imagine Pikmin 99, but it's like you have to do like a Pikmin like bingo battle, and it's kind of crazy. Your Pikmin Bingo Battle 99 would be the most epic thing.
Solitaire 99. Space Cadet Pinball 99.
Punch Out 99. WarioWare 99. That'd be actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
Heaven 99.
Among Us 99. I think it's so surreal that 1,000 Year Door was one announcement after Among Us. That is just so weird and surreal.
The second last announcement was Among Us.
These directs certainly are something.
Yeah, I don't even know like what's happening anymore with them, to be honest. You know?
F-Zero 99 is really hard, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I will say though, it does make me want to play GX all that much more.
I mean, hopefully that they'll do that. I'm thinking that they must think about doing that. At least I'm hoping that they will, because I think it's pretty neat that if they were to do, you know, you have F-Zero 99, then you have F-Zero,
Zelda
yes.
Wand of Gamelon 99. Of course we need that.
Hotel Mario 99.
Hotel Mario 99, yeah.
That
Mario
actually
30 years 99.
Mario's missing 99.
Yeah.
Putt Putt Saves the Zoo 99.
Did Mario's early years use the mouse? I could be wrong, but I think maybe it did.
I don't know, actually. Maybe. Or maybe he used both? I don't know.
Paper Mario
Those games are weird.
Paper Mario, one game that I would be playing like non-stop, Paper Mario the 1,000 Year Door 99. Sticker Star 99 would be even better, obviously. So I really like the star theme in this game.
You're crazy, Reese, you know that I sent like remember that mock-up for Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door remake? It's like many years ago, someone made it.
Was it
like a 3D mock-up?
Actually, yeah, I think I saw that. Wasn't it the same guy who made like a lot of those like Sonic models and things? I think it was that same guy.
Maybe. I sent it in the chat here, but yeah, it was. I remember it was a while ago, and it kind of looked more like Color Splash.
Yeah.
And you're thinking like, and I remember thinking like that looked really good, right? And it still does.
Yeah, but the one thing,
how much better the 1,000 Year Door looks a lot more. Like this looks a lot more like kind of trying to replicate that.
Yeah,
game style.
I think the actual remake looks so much better just due to the fact that they
does.
use the older designs. Because I even though I would have been excited, it still would have been a tad disappointing if they used the modern designs in the remake. I'm so glad that they used like the actual classic Paper Mario designs in the remake. I was not expecting them to do that, but I'm a huge fan of those older designs. Why do I keep accidentally jumping on these spinies? I guess I have a sticker issue. It's like a Dandori issue. In Sticker Star, if you're having issues, you're having a sticker issue. I did not mean to do that. I was gonna try the flea, but okay.
Exactly.
You can solve all your problems with the power of stickers.
And Dandori. Wario 99.
Free updates 99.
99.
Shanna from Hoarders 99.
Exactly, it should be called Sticker Issue.
Reese RPG 99. Yes, sticker issue.
No. It should be a drift issue.
And you know, if you're having problems with backtracking in 1,000 Year Door, you're having door issues. Dan, door-y issues.
It's crazy, you gotta optimize your time.
But yeah, in this game, if you're having trouble, you're having sticker issues.
Yeah, I think it's actually kind of crazy how, like, now with with the new remake, like the white outlines look bad now. I didn't hate them. I thought they actually looked kind of okay. Like they kind of look nice, but now that I see how much better that looks, my eyes are kind of like, what is happening? The white outlines look terrible.
Josh's first reaction wasn't, "Oh my gosh, 1,000-year door! It's so exciting! It's the white outlines are gone!"
I actually did mention
it
wasn't the I did mention the white outlines in my reaction, but it wasn't until the trailer ended. I was like, no white outlines, no modern designs. I was like, I said that after it happened. I was like,
yeah, and it's so weird. It's like, because I didn't hate them to begin with, but like now just, I guess my eyes have just been like, I don't know. It's like after seeing them, I'm just like looking at I can't look at Origami King the same way.
yeah, yeah. Honestly, it looks so much better, and honestly, ironically, it actually looks more paper-like without the white outlines. And the thing is, I know there's the whole thing with like not being too papery or not focusing on the paper, but I think the paper art style is fine for the series. Because it is. I feel like they found
a storybook.
Yeah, because they found the perfect middle ground between like the classic storybook pop-up style and the papery papercraft style, and it looks really good. So I'm really excited about that. And it looks so much.
I like how it looks like a pop-up book. Yeah, I really like how that looks. It feels like they're actually like real. Whereas I find Origami King looks a bit more like plasticky. I mean, again, I like how the water looks in that game. I like how the visuals look.
I think it's an incredible looking game.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
mostly the locations and such. That's what makes Origami King look really good.
Like Autumn
Like the characters are, what's that one with the boat called? Or the sea?
That's the sea. I don't quite remember what it's called, but
What's it called? The one with Captain Teod.
Oh, the area there?
Yeah.
The Great Sea. I think it's called the Great Sea in that game.
Yeah, everything about that game, visually, for the most part, outside of the characters having the outlines and, just some of the uninspired designs, it looks great.
Yeah, to me, Autumn Mountain is probably my favorite part of the game because I really like the music, especially the battle system. The music was really great.
Yeah,
and I just thought that was just like a fun part of the game. To me, that was probably my favorite part.
I will say though, Origami King, it's a game that's fun and incredibly well designed, but it didn't leave too much of an impact. But 1,000-Year Door definitely did. So I'm wondering if the new generation will get to see just what made it so good.
Yeah, I think like
especially it doesn't have like HD in the title, so people will be like, "Oh, the new Mario game," people don't know. Like, I think that's incredibly smart. Like, you might, if you notice, there's some games like Skyward Sword HD, or Louise mentioned 2 HD, where they actually emphasize that it's a remake. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. But then there's games like Link's Awakening, or Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door, where they just don't put anything because they know for a lot of people that'll be their first time playing it. And that they kind of want to treat it as like a new game marketing wise, even though they'll say, in the descriptions, like, yeah, it's a remake. But I've noticed that like some games have the HD and some games don't.
Yeah, Skyward Sword really felt like more, even though it was $60, it felt like something they were really just pushing out. Like it seemed like an obligation more than anything. It didn't really seem like it was something that actually had love, charm, and passion put into it.
Yeah, they didn't put the paper in it,
You know what?
This one is
you know what I was referencing to Meech when I said love, charm, and passion.
Oh my gosh! How could I forget? I'll forget things like the quadratic formula, but I'll remember the Canadian guy, the other Canadian guy, Anton, not you.
Okay, good.
He said, "This game is well worth it, and it has Nintendo's putting love, charm, and passion. They are making DLC the right way. They're working it."
I want to recreate that with 1,000-Year Door for me, because like just because of how much I like the game, I just think it would be funny if I was like, if I did something like where I bought 1,000-Year Door and I was like saying something like, I know it's not really something like actually bad, like how Battle League is, but I think it would still be funny to reference it.
Did you go to Canada or you didn't?
Oh, I didn't during the summer, but I actually am gonna go to Canada during the winter. So like during
I might be there too.
Yo,
Maybe
man,
we
you
could have a
do
meetup.
the
Yeah.
ultimate meetup.
Oh wait, are you?
The ultimate meetup?
I'm going around New Year's, like right after Christmas.
Oh, I'm going probably before Christmas.
Okay. So
Anton and I were gonna meet up, but I think it was just too busy. I think we were gonna go to the Eaton Center and we were gonna hang out at the Sheraton. I even have my Game Boy Micro and everything. I didn't bring my whole collection, but I brought one of the coolest parts.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I think you have every Game Boy. It was, but it was so cool. I've never seen snow before until now.
That's crazy. Like I like to me, I can't fathom that. Well, it's even harder for me to fathom that it's nice. And
yeah, I feel the same way since I'm original.
In the winter.
Yeah, I feel the same way that I'm kind of surprised that you haven't seen snow since I used to live in Pennsylvania where it does snow a lot, and then I visit there every year. So.
Oh, considering that my family's in Greece and Florida, very tropical boy, or gator. Gators haven't seen snow. That is, unless it's the elusive albino snow gators, who are the villains of the next Donkey Kong game.
Sometimes the North Carolina Gators get like a tiny look at snow sometimes, because it does. We get like the tiniest dusting, like sometimes like once every 5 years. So
have you ever played Tailgater?
I haven't played it, but there's a question for you, Anton. I couldn't stop laughing reading this. Did you watch Terrence and Phillip growing up?
I did not.
Do you know what that's a reference to?
South Park.
Yeah, on South Park. If you haven't seen it, there's these two guys, Terrence and Phillip, and the joke is that they're Canadian. And also, the thing in South Park is the Canadians are portrayed like Pac-Man, where they have flappy heads and beady eyes, and they talk like this. Hey, Terrence! And it's really funny. I'm sure you grew up with a lot of Teletoon and Total Drama.
Yeah, Teletoon, we have that. YTV.
I can't think of Total Drama without thinking of like all the fart videos that I see people posting about it.
Are we talking about that freaking fart fairy?
Either that or like the other one.
I think it's a writer's disguised fascination.
That's so strange.
I mean, to be fair, the original series had toilet humor, but it was more dignified. I can't believe that was aired on Cartoon Network, because that was not a kid's show. There's a lot of
all the time on Teletoon. Like I see like constant like that and SpongeBob on the YT. That's all they play. Like you'll be lucky to find anything else.
I haven't watched a new episode of SpongeBob in quite some time, but I wasn't impressed with the last one I saw.
Oh yeah, wait, isn't there a new bad one that released recently?
New ones.
There could be. Probably the Title Zone, the crossover with all the stupid spin-offs. We'd have to ask Evie, the Sponge reviewer. He would know. But I was going to say, I'm thinking of doing more animation reviews, and I had this one idea, but I'm not sure if it'd be okay for the channel. I'm willing to do something that no animation channels are willing to review. Guess what I was thinking about doing?
I know you've mentioned this before, but, problem solvers.
That's what I was thinking.
That would be cool. Thanks for reminding me.
Orange, Fructose Adventures, or whatever it's
called. No! The High Fructose Adventures of Annoying Orange?
Of course you would do. Well, I mean, that would be funny if you did do that, because of the whole annoying.
I remember they actually I think it was one night where they actually played that as well on TV.
Actually, didn't like Ellis Mark do something about Fred before, or am I thinking of someone else?
I'm sure he did. Alright, what's my favorite Pokemon? I would probably say Raichu. I love a lot of Pokemon. It's hard to choose a favorite. I'll just say my favorite starter is probably Chikorita or Mudkip. My channel... Oh, I'm not a furry. Okay, let's see. Shows in the 90s and 2000s didn't have as many restrictions. If you guys are watching, should I do more animation
Restrictions.
reviews?
Restrictions. What are we talking about here? Paper Mario?
The mandates are a myth.
Yeah, you know, the thing is with the mandates, I do think they did happen like in the early 2010s, but ever since the Switch era, they've been completely gone, I feel. Oh, well, I mean, at least now that like we're getting like Wonder, Thousand Year Door, Super Mario RPG, like, and then the Peach game, I feel like there definitely aren't like any like sort of mandates or anything holding back the franchise now. I feel like they're really able to do things.
Like, they could be. I think the problem with Paper Mario really is that they have the ability to do a lot of stuff even with what they're actually given, but they just want to not make it an RPG. I think that's the entire issue I kind of see, where it's like, yeah, they seem to have issues with the character designs, but I think, like, you know, it would be such a different way if they sort of used even like the origami characters to their advantage. Like, they just kind of remade all the Mario enemies in the origami thing. Like, they could have done like more unique enemies out of origami, right? Like,
Origami King's just a really weird game in the sense where it's one of the few Nintendo games in the Switch era that's more of a continuation of what fans didn't want. Although, unlike Color Splash in the game you're playing now, it was actually well designed. But I was gonna say, speaking of 90s and 2000s cartoons, my idea was to review the entire Ren and Stimpy Adult Party cartoon series.
Oh!
It's one of the worst cartoons of all time. Should I do it? Because there's a lot to it that is incredibly not family friendly.
YouTube demonetization.
I mean,
I don't care about the demonetization.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it would be a great review because I mean, it's so like such a bad cartoon and everything.
Have you seen it before?
I've seen clips of it before. It looks horrible. And you know the thing is, I really like the original Ren and Stimpy show. Like it's like the original show is one of my favorite cartoons and everything. But
that's interesting because I wouldn't expect you to like it as much because I really enjoy it.
Oh, I actually like a lot of older Nickelodeon shows. Like
I have a very immature sense of humor, and it's just pretty much exactly my kind of show.
Yeah, well, didn't you see that I referenced Mr. Horse when Everybody 1-2 Switch was announced?
No, sir, I don't like it. I'm surprised you watched it because that was before my time and certainly before yours.
Well, I actually mostly watched it on DVD.
See, actually, my experience with it, it's pretty much what you would expect. On Nicktoons, it used to air classic Nicktoons like Ren and Stimpy and Rocko's Modern Life at like 1 a.m. And I think one day before 5th grade, I got up early in the morning for some reason. I'm like, I wonder if Ren and Stimpy's on. I want to check this show out. And the first episode I saw was Hermit Ren, where Ren got annoyed with Stimpy being stupid, and then he goes off to live like a hermit in a cave, and then he goes insane. That was one of the games episode, but it was good. But I do think the original run was good. But I don't think the games episodes are even bad. Just a little bit more tame, but certainly not a decline like SpongeBob. But for you guys who are asking, the Ralph Bakshi episode, yeah, I saw that one. I've already seen every episode. And is it okay to talk about them on the stream? I won't get into extreme detail, but just...
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I would say if you don't do it like... Well, I mean, yeah, I'd say it's fine that...
It's not raunchy in the sense like Family Guy, where it'll do anything for shock value in the sense of like what you would expect, but the first episode is literally just them going to live in some Splatoon thing, and I kid you not, it's 22 minutes of just them in a homeless guy's mouth living there, and then it's them pretending to be fancy eating boogers. That's it. That's what 22 minutes had. It's just so unbelievably boring. Then the next episode, Ren Seeks Help. I mean, I'm sure we've all heard of that one. Did you hear about that one, Reese?
Yeah.
Apparently, that's like the worst cartoon ever made. You guys who've watched Mr. Enter recently, I did see one of his recent videos, and he said some Sanjay and Craig episode was worse. So I'm wondering if that's the worst cartoon now. But it just turns Ren's character into a psychopath, which he wasn't in the show. Third episode is kind of funny because Ralph Bakshi's performance is really funny. Fire Dogs 2, although it had nothing to do with the first episode. The beach episode's the only one that I'm not sure how to handle on the channel because it's pretty much just smut. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. There's barely any plot, and that's it. And then there's a 40-minute long episode. You thought 22 minutes was long? There's actually a 40-minute episode, and it just drags on forever.
You know, the funny thing about this, you know, speaking of bad pieces of media, well, with Sticker Star, I was confused at this puzzle first because it's such a stupid puzzle. Because basically what you have to do.
Waterfall one?
No, this is the one in Goomba Fortress where you have to take out the one switch and then it just turns when it's in the menu and then you place it back. That's such a stupid puzzle. Like, what is even the point of that? It's just like you just take it out and put it back in. It's just like this game just never fails to be just really weird and just like disappointing.
Yeah, I'm at that part where it's like I have to put the star in this like purple like star shape. Like, what do I do? What am I supposed to press? I'm so confused.
Yeah, the 40-minute episode is ultras, but I think the worst episode, I'm sure you heard of that one. I would say that was even worse than Ren Seeks Help. If Mr. Emperor was willing to review that, I think that would be the ultimate cartoon he could ever review. I think Velma is worse, but I think that's one of the worst cartoons I've ever seen. Reese, did you hear about that episode where Stimpy apparently was pregnant?
Yeah, I think I heard about that one.
I can't believe that someone... Well, you know what makes that even worse? That was pitched to Nickelodeon the first day. And then when someone rightfully said, hey, no, we're not going to do that, that's a horrible idea, they held on to the idea until they could make it in one of the worst pieces of animation you'll ever see. I would say worst pieces of media. It makes Sticker Star look like Thousand Year Door.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be absolutely fair, even though Sticker Star is one of my least favorite games of all time, I would rather I would rather play this than Scarlet and Violet.
I would too.
I do like how Sticker Star says, "Oh, if you feel tired, take a break." It knows it's boring. It's like,
yeah.
It's just...
You know what's a really boring Mario game? Mario Party 10. My friend and I were playing it yesterday just to see how it's held up. We stopped after 13 minutes, like, dude, this game's really boring. Do you want to do some Dandori instead?
Look at this. You gotta love this dialogue. Shine ya. Gotta love that. She he he. Well met, Mario. But here, okay, here's good. Wait, Origami. It's a reference to Origami King. Shiny diddy do. They have to.
In this game,
you gotta love this like amazing dialogue here. Just like they're just saying all these stupid things here.
Do you remember the burrito dialogue? We're like, roll this burrito up. Yeah, Toads.
I like how my brain constantly tricks me to thinking the battle system is good when to like go up to an enemy and like destroy the enemy to get into a battle. Like, it's like
all right.
It's so weird. I'm thinking, oh, it's like Thousand Year Doors battle, but then I go to the battle, so I'm like, oh. Like, why?
Oh, it actually uses the Hooktail music for this mod. At least I get to listen to some good music while playing through this horrible boss.
I will say with Sticker Star, there are some positive things about it. There is one thing I like about the stickers.
They look nice.
I like experimenting with them and seeing what they do. That's fun. But
I think like they should have just had the jump and the hammer, like basic hammer default like Origami King does, and have like the special variants you can get. I think that would have been a nice choice.
You gotta love
Lucy, I
how.
have a recommendation when you stream 3DS games. Have you considered just doing it like Nintendo did and having the system as the border? Because that's what I usually do. I think it looks really nice.
I might do that sometime.
Yeah, if you ever need just the backgrounds, I have quite a few of them, and I've also done them in different colors. Usually what I'll do is when I make videos, I'll just decide which color to use. And like if I'm talking about a Mario game, I'll be using red. Although for the one you recommended, I'm using gold. That was a really good idea. Thank you
Yeah,
once again.
I thought about that since Mario Wonder is coming out soon, and you should. I think it would make sense to do like another like 2D Mario kind of thing.
Yeah, that was a really good idea. I didn't even think about that, but also, did you think of the idea because of the gold edition or just the coin rush packs in general? Because gold edition kind of gives it an identity.
I was just thinking of the coin rush packs, just with like how those work and everything.
Well, the gold edition, there's actually one major difference. When you're playing Coin Rush in the original game, when you die, it's game over. But in the gold edition, when you die, you just move on to the next level, and you get to keep the coins you collected. So it's great for capturing footage and just experiencing the level packs. But I think your role in it's going to be really funny. I have something hilarious planned.
You know, I just noticed something. I used the fan early. I forgot you had to use the fan at a certain point. I guess I'm just gonna die now.
That's how I felt after playing Sticker Star.
This game is so annoying. If it's like you use the wrong sticker, everything can go wrong.
Wait, you can actually make bosses sleep? I didn't even know you can't do that in the older games.
It's
That's
just that they have
so
so many
weird.
of those like the sleep hammers or whatever, and they just make them sleep. And it's so useless. It doesn't even have any damage or anything. I don't understand.
I think you can take out Goomboss, or what's his name?
Mega Sparkle Goomba. It looks like Goomboss in this texture pack.
No, I think in the actual game he looks like that too.
No, it's just a normal Goomba with a crown in the original version. The texture pack adds the outfit and the outfit and the mustache. It's actually just a regular weird-looking Goomba in the original version.
What's a lucky bumper in F-Zero? Oh, there's like this mini game.
Oh,
I didn't even know that.
When you go in F-Zero 99? Yeah, when you can go like backwards and you can try to like you have like a backwards camera, you can try to hit enemies.
I just noticed Luigi is there.
Like, from the front, the Blue Falcon looks like Scriptus Fingor. That one Mario enemy someone made up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. There was
That was Mr. Meatball.
There was like so little Mario content that we were just making of our own during that time.
During that time, yeah.
With like the Wario
The Guardians of
apparition,
Mario.
the
Just waiting for new Mario games.
But there was like the Wario apparition. There was the one with the finger one, and then there was the
Oh, someone said
Mario Party DS piracy thing. Remember that too?
someone said Goomba
I
King.
meant that piracy video.
Someone said
That was
Goomba.
in Goomba King.
Someone said Goomba King, not Goomboss. I mean, technically, both names are right. Kind of. Goomboss is just the name they used after the original Paper Mario. Goomba King is just the name they used before that. Is it's so it's kind of like Princess Peach and Princess Toadstool, kind of like that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. At least the anti-Super Paper Mario fans. They're pretty happy. The news.
Well, the thing is with the anti-Super Paper Mario Association, someone behind it that I actually knew from one of the Paper Mario Discord servers that I'm in. They told me that the whole thing was just a troll. They actually. Oh wait, I just noticed that animation there that Mario did is in the Thousand Year Door remake.
But the anti Super Paper Mario. No,
You want to know who hates Super Paper Mario more than anyone? Josh. He does not like that game. I gotta do that retrospective soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the game is like I like the creativity. The gameplay can be a little like boring because it feels like you're trying to get out of like this dungeon of just samey stuff. Like some of the areas are great, some of the areas with design wise, and some of the areas I'm just like, what is going on? I think that's the thing about that game that I'm not the biggest fan of.
The thing about Super Paper Mario is it has the reverse problem that Origami King does. It has the creativity, but the gameplay is mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would you rather have, though, is a question. If you had to choose between the two, because I would say there are plenty of well-designed games out there. I could live without Origami King, but Super Paper Mario resonated with me a lot more.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
cool
like-
to see Mario like delve into these more interesting stories. I feel like I get more out of that than like a Paper Mario game that's just like another one that just uses the same New Super Mario Bros. Designs again. That
Like personally, I think the best thing about Origami King is the music. Like, if you know that to me, that's the only thing I really care about in that game. I think the music was some of the best Paper Mario seen in that game.
Well, I think we can all mutually agree that the music is better than it is in Crafted World.
yeah.
Yeah.
People really hate that game, and I don't understand why, but actually, Reese, this came to mind. If I cover Crafted World, would you like to collaborate for that? Because I know you're one of the few who actually likes it.
Definitely. I would
We're
definitely be interested in that.
Yoshi's Story and Crafted World.
Yeah.
How long is Yoshi's Story? Because I feel like if it's a short game, I could probably finish that in a week. Maybe a few days.
I don't think it's very long at all.
I enjoyed it, but I definitely prefer Woolly World, Crafted World, and Yoshi's Island. I don't think that Crafted World is as bad as people make it out to be. I think it's actually a great game.
Yeah.
Really cool mechanics.
Fun.
Beautiful art style, too. I think another thing with that game is people just think it's... See, Nintendo games are for everyone, but there are always people saying, oh, it's just for kids, but Crafted World is kind of one of those games that makes Nintendo seem kiddie. Like, the art style, oh, what if it was made out of arts and crafts, or just seemed a little bit like that to some people, not to me, but I guess that's part of it. I was talking to Josh about that, because he also likes Crafted World. And we were just talking about why people didn't like it and why people just preferred Woolly World a lot more.
Yeah, I think honestly, Woolly World would have been a good choice for a port. I think too.
They had it on the 3DS.
Yeah, too bad they never sort of were able to combine those versions together and make like an ultimate one.
Are you talking first review I did of it? I'm assuming that was one in 2017. Because I did reviews of 3D Mario games back in 2017. I don't think they're still up, though.
Now I can use the fan. The game gives you no indication of doing that. That's why this game is so bad. Like, it just does so many weird, cryptic things here.
Like the button to put like the scraps on things, I didn't even know what that was. It doesn't tell you press Y to do this thing when you're on the...
Hey, look, it's me. Look, it's me.
Here's the problem.
Do you get the joke?
I like
it's
how
me.
you can tell which one is the Goomba.
Look, it's me. Because I'm a Paper Mario fan.
Ha 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 ha! I was gonna say this, Reese. I think the problem isn't Sticker Star. I think you're just not intelligent. These puzzles, anyone can solve them. I'm sure you have over a 4.0 GPA because you're hanging out with Billy Mitchell a bit too much.
Yeah, I'm just having sticker issues.
Yeah.
No, I will say the puzzles are crazy and random. That was a joke, because a lot of these you'll never figure out.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, yeah, I have sticker issues because I can't figure them out. But I know they're so cryptic and horrible.
This game. So the game's boring too? Because it's been a while since I've played it. If it's boring in addition to being frustrating, that is a sure sign of a really bad game.
Yeah.
I think in the bad Mario games ranked video, I ranked Sticker Stars the worst.
It's really funny when I played, and yes, I played Paper Mario on the Xbox. So when I played it on the Xbox, you know, I really liked it. It's like if only I knew what would happen to the future of the series at that time.
You played it on the Xbox?
I did. I played it on like I basically there's one point where I didn't really have much Nintendo consoles, and then I played it like on a modded original Xbox, and it was a little glitchy. There were problems with the game. There was like an issue where
There we
I think
go.
it was
Finally.
the toy box chapter where like the lighting didn't work, so I was confused on how to finish the boss, but I did it. But yeah, I played the original on the Xbox mostly through the entire thing, and at the time I didn't really know too much about like Nintendo games and stuff, but I played through it and I thought it was really great, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then I found out about some of the other games, and then I learned about Sticker Star, and I was like, oh.
How old were you when you played it?
This would have been in probably 2016. So I was probably like 13.
So you weren't a Nintendo fan until like kind of recently?
Yeah, it was kind of, well, I had a Wii for the longest time, and I played a lot of games on there, but I didn't really have many Nintendo consoles. Like, I wanted a 3DS, but I never ended up getting one.
And here he is now with a bunch of Game & Watch systems. I think every Game Boy.
Yeah, pretty
We've come
much.
a long way.
Every single one, including the Pokemon Mini. which is
That's
really
pretty
Game Boy,
impressive.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, it was. I sort of got into it, I think, at like just the right time, where I was able to get quite the games I wanted pretty early on. So I was kind of fortunate to get in just the right time before the things kind of went crazy. But
I got the first royal sticker.
I wasn't really. I wanted to get a Nintendo 3DS, but I never ended up getting one. And then I wanted also. Actually, I wanted the Wii U at one point because like, oh, I want to get it because there's a lot of games I wanted to play on there. But then I never ended up getting one, and then I wanted to get a Switch. Then I eventually was able to get one.
Oh, hold on. I need this. There's one important chat here. What was the promise that you made, Reese? Okay, so I'm in 2021. I said if Thousand Year Door gets re-released in any capacity on the Switch, I have to play through Sticker Star fully. That was the promise that I made.
And if it's a remake, he has to play through Color Splash as well.
No. Well, I do. Okay. Well, to be absolutely fair, I do want to play through Color Splash at some point just because I'm curious. But I'm not gonna do it for a while. Like I do want to do it at some point, but like not now. I'm already dealing with Sticker Star, so.
Oh no, Jack Attack! Not the Nintendo ninjas. Don't tell them about my location.
I was telling Reese about this, and I know you and I have talked about it quite a bit, but have you experienced any of those emulation handhelds, Reese? Because I just got one for review, and they're really cool. Yeah.
It's pretty neat. Did you get, I guess it came with a 64GB SD card, right?
I came with one, but what I decided to do was just flash Onion OS and use the Samsung SD card.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool handheld. It has so much that you can do with it. Pretty neat. It's a good alternative to something like the Analog Pocket or other sort of devices of that nature. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I had some troubles getting the I don't know if you put the screen protector on, but I remember I
had problems with that too. So I just gave up.
Me too. I got the thing, and then I actually got upset because I was like, how did I fail doing this? Like, I thought it would be easy, but for some reason it didn't. It was so hard to put on. So I gave up with that as well. But yeah, it's a cool device. Other than that, although some Onion OS had some weird issues, I'm not sure if you ran into any like weird sort of problems sometimes.
On Onion OS. You want to check it out?
Oh, so Cole said, guess what? I'm gonna make a Paper Mario game with 4 party members in battle, but they're AI controlled and they waste their turn on useless stuff, and the game is gonna be extremely hard. And also, are those 4 partners gonna be a regular Toad, a generic Goomba, a regular
And Koopa.
Koopa Troopa, and yeah, so and it's gonna be called Paper Mario.
Just
The
add an
Paper
extra,
Mario.
and add like a bomb that just explodes and dies, and you only use them once.
And it's called Paper
That's a
Mario.
really cool idea for a cartoon.
And it's gonna be called Paper Mario: The Clay Catastrophe.
Oh, you remembered it. T&D came up with that, and the battle system's DDR. You know, they should just bring over You know, what if Nintendo just went absolutely insane and started just remaking a bunch of weird stuff, and that, or what if we were in an alternate reality, and that direct ended off with a remake of DDR Mario mix for the Switch?
You know,
You can use the
honestly,
Joy-Cons now.
to be completely fair, I actually think they, at this point, like, since we're getting all of these, like, crazy remakes and, like, creative Mario games, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did something like that in the next couple years.
That crazy?
Waluigi
that
Dance
insane?
Simulator.
I actually think they might do something like it. Might not be DDR Mario mix, but they might end up doing something that crazy within the next couple of years. If we're going at this, like maybe for the Switch, like the next console, they might like one of the first games on the console is something like really weird or crazy.
Yeah. Or Paper Mario and the Sticky Attack of Doom or something.
Oh,
Like Sticker Star 2.
Let's remake some really obscure Mario games, like I Am a Teacher, Super Mario Brothers Sweater.
you know
Mario
about that
Kart.
game? You know about that game?
Yeah, isn't that the NES thing? Right?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
NES game.
Yeah, it's
Actually, it's on the Famicom.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
be
that you
pretty
know about
sure
that.
we-
I found out about that when I was browsing the Mario wiki.
Or Hot Rally. How about
used to do
the
that all
3D
the
Hot
time.
Rally one?
I remember I used to, like a long time ago, I used to print up different articles from the Mario wiki, and I used to like, I used to pretend I had a collection of books about Mario, even though they're just like a bunch of Mario wiki pages just stapled together.
You know, the Mario Wiki is one of the most useful websites for the channel. They always have the best artwork,
Yeah.
archived. The articles are informative and go in great detail. Everything's laid out. It's one of my favorite sites.
Do you ever
But I
contribute to
will
them?
say,
By the way, do you ever contribute to the Mario wiki?
I haven't, but I saw someone put Justin Berti on the Mario Wiki, so I guess I kind of indirectly did. You told me about that. But let's get really obscure. Name some really obscure Mario games. I could do it, and I've probably heard of them.
3D Hot Rally Famicom Grand Prix 2.
I actually had that and sold it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, blue cartridge. I still have the instruction manual because I like the artwork on it.
How about, okay, I think you've even mentioned this game before, but, that, like, all-night Super Mario Bros. Thing, I forgot what it was called exactly.
All Night Nippon Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
First ROM hack, Famicom Disk System. Yeah, I know what that is. How about these? Boo Boo Mario, and it's this Mario dancing game.
What-
That's...
Yeah. I don't think I actually haven't heard of that one.
Alright, so Boo Boo Mario, it's this arcade Mario ride exclusive to Japan. It's a hybrid of a video game and a ride.
Interesting.
All Night Nippon Mario is really cool. I don't think it should get a remake, though. Be kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. Have you played
yeah.
it? Because what they do is they just replace the enemies with Japanese celebrities, and in the piranha plants, they'll just be these... I don't know who all of them are, but it's really weird. It's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, I've seen
about-
footage of it. It's pretty interesting.
How about Mario Excite Bike the Excite Bike thing for the
Oh,
Satellaview?
I've heard of that.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
BS Super Mario Brothers, or BS Super Mario USA.
Yeah.
How about Punchball Mario Bros?
I was trying to help Goomba get footage of that. We couldn't get it running. Mario Brothers special. How about Donkey Kong 3, the second attack?
Wait, is that the one that had the weird pictures in the background?
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard of that. That one was
Donkey
so
Kong 5,
weird.
Time and Space.
I've heard of that one. Like I said, I can't remember the quadratic formula, but I can definitely remember I Am a Teacher Super Mario sweater.
It's funny. That's like one that one really obscure Mario game that I tend to remember in particular sometimes.
Well, I would say just the idea of it is so weird. Like, first of all, the Famicom, it's so ancient technology. We're talking 40 years old now, and you can make a sweater using it. I know that you could on the Game Boy. That makes a little bit more sense, considering that the Game Boy had nearly every accessory that you could imagine. What is something the Game Boy didn't have?
Didn't have? Like series-wise?
Or accessory, I guess.
Accessory-wise.
Accessory.
It had a sedation device.
It had the printer.
It had a sewing machine. A fishing sonar.
Yeah, it pretty much has everything. Except, I guess, anything that precedes the internet, I suppose.
Well, I mean, it was even in the time when, like, the very early internet happened, because it was around the same time as the Satellaview.
There is an internet. Well, if you're talking Game Boy Color, then I guess there was sort of this internet cartridge that you could get that could connect you with pretty basic stuff. So yeah, there was some of that as well, yeah.
The internet started to become a thing in the mid-90s, so it could have happened with the Game Boy Color. I don't think it would have been likely on the original.
I know there's a Game Boy Color Online thing.
What does Satellaview and things you're thinking of like that? I think those use phone technology, like landline.
Yeah. There's the online adapter cart, and that uses the landline to connect.
Sega had something kind of similar with the Sega Channel.
Yeah, Sega was always really ahead of the competition, even though I think that kind of led to their downfall, but they were just really ahead of everything, you know?
I think Nintendo's first venture in online was, what was it the N64 DD.
Yeah, with Doshin the Giant.
F-Zero X expansion.
Yeah.
Mario Studio or Mario Artist.
You know, I like how
those are pretty cool.
I like how in this mod the music here is from Super Paper Mario. Because from the desert area. Or well, the mountain actually, technically. Which is kind of a desert-esque theme.
A lot of the N64 DD stuff is cool.
Now that is something. Once you get that once you get that in your collection, I'm gonna worship you. Also, if you get that in your collection and an IQ player, I would also suggest getting additional locks for your house.
Yeah.
Maybe a shotgun too.
Or even one of those, or even something really cool, one of those kiosks.
Like the Panasonic GameCubes, those are cool too.
Or even like one of those kiosks that they have for older Nintendo consoles. Like, well, I mean they still do them for the Switch, but I mean like something like like a GameCube kiosk or something.
Yeah, those things are really cool.
Or even
if I got one, I don't know where I'd even put it.
Even the Amiibo ones as well are really cool.
See, this is cool. I sent in the group chat is the Panasonic 3DO. I mean, not Panasonic 3. I'm a Panasonic GameCube. Sorry, wrong thing. My mind's from somewhere else. The Panasonic GameCube. It's really cool.
Yeah,
pretty hard to find, but
I didn't think the Spiny would jump up there, but okay.
Somebody's asking who our favorite Family Guy characters are.
Oh, You can go first with your favorite Family Guy character.
I'm trying to think. There's so many characters, but they're all inhumane. But I would say, I think Bruce is a really good character. Oh no! Quagmire, I think, is one of the funniest if he's not doing something that's completely unethical. Peter is just, I don't know. I don't like Brian. I don't think Brian's a good dog.
I like
Brian.
You know, to be completely fair with Brian, I did like him in the older seasons.
Well, all the characters were pretty good in the older seasons until they were Flanderized.
Yeah. I do like Joe a lot. But partially that's because
Joe's a great character.
I think it's kind of funny just because a couple of years ago, that was one of the comparisons people made to my voice, like along with Andre.
He does sound like Andre. Even Lonely Goomba said that.
Yeah. I see Andre just popping up from time to time, like
Yeah.
either on YouTube or Twitter, different places.
After being disgraced, Andre has went under a new channel known as Reese, and he claims to be a huge Paper Mario fan. You gotta dismiss those rumors by saying something positive about Sunshine, because Andre would never.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he did like Color Splash, and I don't. So
That's interesting. That how many people liked it, but I don't understand why.
you know, I
There are things about it.
can somewhat understand why, because at least the art style in dialogue, I can kind of see that, but the battle system is just so bad. I can't really get behind it.
Yeah.
It would be quite poetic if the Switch went out with Thousand Year Door like the Wii U went out with Color Splash. It really shows how much of an improvement the era is.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wait until October. I want to play it now. And you're right, it does look further in development than Dark Moon.
Okay,
Yeah, I have a feeling that it's probably going to come out maybe around April or May. That's kind of what I'm guessing, because I don't think they're going to... Because I think Luigi's Mansion 3, there's not really going to be much things after that have been announced already. So I think it's... Even though they didn't announce, like, a release window yet, they also didn't have a release window for a lot of games during the Switch era that actually ended up coming out sooner than expected. Like Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I think they said, like, spring. And a lot of people were expecting, like, May or, like, April or May, but it came out in March. So I think it could come out a lot sooner than expected.
Dark Moon is coming out as late as the summer of next year. It could mean June, but still, that's really surprising. You know, if Nintendo was smart and planned ahead, they could have that for the Halloween season.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that...
actually, I'm surprised they didn't do it for that.
But I think at this point, they might be, like the Switch 2 or whatever Nintendo console is coming next, that might actually be what ends up happening next holiday season, just due to everything happening. But that might be why it's coming out in the summer, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
I will say, it didn't seem like it had any new content, but I would love for them to put in Luigi's Mansion Arcade as well.
Yeah.
Have you ever played it? It's super cool.
Oh yeah, I've played it before. It's really fun.
Or actually, you know what? They could remake the first game on the Switch.
You know, yeah, I think they're...
I'm so annoyed that that's just on the 3DS. Like, why? Why? I don't understand.
There are a lot of games that had no business being on the 3DS instead of the Switch. The games that always come to mind are Samus Returns, Luigi's Mansion especially,
Epic
and to an
Yarn.
extent the Mario and Luigi that was weird too. That was really weird.
Yeah.
I actually reviewed that game.
Yeah, it's so weird.
That's a really weird game in general because it introduces copy abilities and such, even though Epic Yarn wasn't designed around them.
Yeah, it's really strange. They didn't need to do that at all. Because it just makes the game feel very different.
I
think you can...
I hate the platforming here. It feels so weird. It doesn't feel like it felt so fluid in nice in like all the other Paper Mario games, even Origami King, but here it just feels kind of off. I don't know.
What?
I just for some reason I'm falling onto the platforms that I didn't even like that I wasn't even close to. So it's weird. And I hate how the camera keeps moving around like that. It's so annoying.
You want to know what the biggest missed opportunity with the Switch F-Zero is? If they released a new one, they could call it F-Zero NX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a comment the other day saying that, oh, you're just a Mario scrimblow who never played an F-Zero. You're not a real fan. And I'm like, are you kidding? The first F-Zero game I played was F-Zero AX.
Yeah.
The elusive unicorn arcade game.
Actually, you know, it's most funny, like, you know, F-Zero, most people probably haven't played a game from that series on, like, day one, really. But, you know, even though people haven't played a game on day one, doesn't mean they're not fans of it, especially if they discover it later, right? So...
You guys were born in 2004, right?
Yeah.
I was born in 2004. Anton was born in 2003. Well, but we're less than a year apart in age, so
You've only experienced one F-Zero release, not counting 99 in your lifetime, Reese.
well,
And
actually,
Anton's
technically,
experience-
Wait, let me see. When was F-Zero GX released?
Technically-
F-Zero
okay.
GX
technically
2003.
there was the
It is older than me, technically.
technically there was the one on the DBA, the Japanese exclusive one that came out in 2004.
Climax?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I was referencing. Let me see
Yeah.
when GX released. August 25th, 2003.
When did
So
Climax
recent-
release?
Climax released, let me check that out. Do you know there's actually an English translation for it if you're interested in playing it?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm playing it on the Mii U Mini Plus.
That's cool. I
You
should
know,
get
do it
that.
ROM if you're interested in playing it.
Okay, cool.
Nintendo ain't gonna give you a new F-Zero, then I will. F-Zero Climax. Oh, it's
We'll
funny,
get
the
on
series
NS
Climax with Climax. I mean, there wouldn't really be much to translate. October 21st, 2004.
So
Rishi, that's the only F-Zero release you've experienced.
other than
Unless we're
99.
counting F-Zero GP Legend. It's so weird. The Game Boy Advance was like a fever dream of a system. No original 2D Mario unless we count the e-reader levels, but two 2D Metroid games, and not one, not two, but 3 F-Zero games. 3 of them.
Yeah,
That's
there's Maximum
insane.
Velocity, GP Legend, and then Climax.
Yeah. We unfortunately didn't get Climax.
You know,
But it's-
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna end the stream soon. I don't think I can take any more of this in one sitting. This game is starting to just
Yeah,
bother me.
I turned.
It's an endurance
it off.
test.
I'm just like, no.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream now. I don't think really can't take any more of this. But I'm gonna read a few more of the chats here before I end the stream.
My condolences.
Any of you been to Nintendo New York? I want to, but I haven't. And then, let's see.
Nick,
Fun
even
fact.
if you're in Colombia and the Wi-Fi goes out, it's a lot of fun.
Fun fact, standing in the quicksand, even in battle, instantly kills you, and the game never tells you this. Yeah, that's another thing. Are you having fun? No, not playing Sticker Star. But, let's see.
I haven't seen the F-Zero anime, but I should.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I know there's, like, one scene, and, like, one of the last scenes in the show is, like, really popular. Like, the one where he does the Falcon Punch. I think Chapter 4 of Sticker Star is good. Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. Like, Chugga Conroy made a video about it not too long ago. Have you seen the thing where, after the Thousand Year Door remake was announced, like, he went, like, in his backyard and he buried his copy of Sticker Star?
Oh, I got a meme to show you, Reese. You'll love this. I sent it to Josh, so I'm gonna see.
And Jack Attack Gaming said, to be honest, I'd rather see F-Zero and Bebo Party as a joke. The music is good in this game, you gotta give it that. Yeah, well, I mean, the music playing right now is actually from Super Paper Mario, but the music in the original game is pretty good. But,
Reese,
yeah.
I think you should put this on the stream. End it off with this.
Oh, should I put it on the, you want me to?
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah, I'll put it on the live stream thing. Yeah, I'll finish off the stream with this meme here that's kind of relevant. Pretty accurate too. But yeah, let's finish off this. Let's finish off the stream with this meme here. It's pretty accurate too. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for.
There's one more question before you head out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, did you hear about the Mario title in development from EA? It's called
Paper Mario. Good one. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this stream. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And make sure to check out my Discord server if you want to. And stay perky.